About it in practice, you guys wanted to give the fans the last good hoorah. I mean, take me to the game tonight.
Yeah, it was very proud of the guys. We had some roster changes happen in the last week. So 5 guys that would normally be starters for us had to get back to their colleges and had to leave. And so we made some changes, and there's some guys that got on tonight who haven't played a lot. And you showed in that game still our identity, our style. We didn't change things, and I was really, really proud of that performance because we came out, we dominated the ball, another shutout, really great way to end the season.
As you mentioned, that chemistry game together pretty fast and pretty well tonight. Just to have the ability to do that, what does that mean for you?
Our depth, you know, some of our backup players, if you would start on most teams around the league, and you saw that tonight. They were very good. They came in, the moment was there for them to take, and they took it. So, again, very, very proud of them.
How about Max's performance overall? I mean, just to get a brace in the final game of the regular season, just what does that say about him and just what he's been able to offer to the team this season?
I thought he was terrific tonight, and not just the goals. You know, he came in and connected in the midfield as a role that's maybe slightly different than what he usually does, but it's what we needed from him tonight. He was by far the best player on the field, and very proud of him. His last 3 weeks of the season have been incredible. He's really kind of come into his own, and so it was good to see him end that way.
Last 3 weeks. Or we'll talk about how you guys finished the season. You talked about in practice how resilient. You got to be happy. I think you guys reeled out 3. A great turnaround this season. Just sort of put everything into perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I think to get that kind of perspective probably takes some time, right? Because we're up until this moment, I'm still thinking about what's next. I don't know if we've lost in a month. You know, we've been playing really well. I think we finished like plus 23 in goal differential. It's a really incredible turnaround from a year. And it's exciting to think about what that may mean for the future. If we can take that kind of step forward in year 2, what does next year look like? So, you know, again, the team has been top to bottom, all right throughout the roster, on the field, off the field. They've been amazing. It's just a really good group of people. And I said that right at the start of the season. If we can win off the field with our group, our connections, our relationships, then we're going to win on the field, and that proved to be true.
And Riley, I mean, we talked about Max, but Riley, he puts in one too. I think he may be the goal leader on this team.
Yeah, he might be.
He might be. So speak to his performance this season.
Riley's been, you know, he's a very talented young player. Comes all the way from the West Coast, goes to college in California, he lives in Arizona. So for him to take a step out of his comfort zone and come all the way here, you know, he's a determined guy and he wants to be a pro. And I think we're going to see him achieve that if he stays healthy because he's got all kinds of talent. And he, again, just a really good person. He just oozes that positivity.
Just knowing how this season ended and you were on the cusp of a playoff spot, but to just miss out on it, how much does that fuel you heading into the offseason next year?
Yeah, you know, when you play in a competitive league like this one, it really comes down to little tiny moments. And the little tiny moments, that's when you kind of look back and say, oh, we had made a penalty kick at the end of that game, or if we hadn't given away a goal in the 96th minute of that other game, you know, we might be on the other side of this. But I thought, by and large, we played really well. I thought we were the team that played the most recognizable style. You know, we went to every game when we played Fort Wayne FC soccer, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to establish an identity. We're trying to establish a culture. Of course, we want to win along the way, and really, we've checked all of those boxes. So now the next step is how do we take it one more step further and then bring home some silverware at the end of the season. And we're closing in on that.
And to see that amount of improvement and amount of growth from going from last year to this year, what can we expect in the future?
Well, you know, hopefully we just keep taking other steps forward. You know, the product that you see on the field is the result not only of the guys that are playing, a lot of people behind the scenes in the ownership group and in the office and the interns and everybody else that's involved with this thing. So, you know, those kinds of steps, they do their work, we see it on the field. And so I think, you know, we're going to continue to grow. The club's trajectory is obviously going in a great direction.
Cap off the year, 2 goals tonight. Just take you through this whole year for you.
Yeah, I think I can say it's been an amazing year. Being here last year, and this year I think I learned a lot last year coming into this season. And I think that is one thing that helped me. My teammates, my coaches, and the fans as well. I couldn't do it without them.
And you were one of those players that were here last year. To see that amount of improvement and amount of growth just between these last 2 years, what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I think me personally, it's been like a great thing for me in my personal life as well as on the field. So learning from like such a great people around me, my coaches and my teammates from last year and this year, I think that is something that I'm really proud of, and I'm gonna use reason going forward in my life.
What did it mean to end the season like this? You guys reel off 3 in the thick of a playoff hunt. Talk about what it meant to end the season on a high note like this.
Yeah, I think coming into this game was a really tough one because we know we needed this result. Looking at the other results, what would happen if Southampton lost and we won this game, we knew we could have made it to the playoffs. So coming into this game, that was our mentality to just win this game and see what happens on the other side.
And also speak to the fun this team. We saw you guys after the match. Just how fun has this run and the season been for you guys?
Yeah, I think that the fans has always been cheering us up, and we also do as much as we can to give it back to them. So it's been what is it called? Our relationship with the fans, I would say it's been natural. They give it to us, and we give it back to them.
To piggyback off that, Max, obviously an energetic crowd. How much do you think that played a part for you guys this season?
Yeah, I think the fans has been a massive part of our success. I would say last season and this season as well. Whenever we play home, we feel the fans around us. So it's not like just the 11 players on the field playing. I think the fans play a really great part in our games, in the home games.
And then what did you see? You had it going, 2 goals tonight. What allowed you to be so prolific out there on the pitch?
Yeah, like I said, before we came into this game, we knew we needed goals to win this game and see what happened in the other games. So I think that was kind of a motivation, and the atmosphere here as well, I think helped us a lot.
And so what did you see as that play was developing for your first goal? What did you see from your teammates in the moments leading up to your first goal?
Yeah, I think we've been playing among ourselves for a while. Just that today was a different 11 because some of our players couldn't make it this far. Some of them had to go home and for personal reasons. So playing with this 11 was a little bit of a challenge, but I think we've played among ourselves at practice for a while up till now. So I think that helped a lot.
You guys wrap up with another shutout win. Just what does tonight mean for you, just to wrap things up the way that they did?
To be honest, I think it's the best way to end the season, a win at home in front of our fans. Obviously, finishing third is not the result we wanted, but it was really important for us to get a win to, thank them somehow for the support throughout the whole season. And we'll make sure to come back next season even stronger and get the first place and the trophy with them.
If you're invited back next season, you gonna come back?
100%.
Well, after the growing pains of last season, the team saw a lot more success this year. Just what does it mean for you in your first season to be a part of that and help continue the winning culture here?
When Coach Avery first called me, I immediately understood the importance of being here from the beginning. The club has a huge project. It's very structured. This is only the beginning, as I said, and we're looking forward the next 2, 3, 10 years. And we already know, you can see the setup here, the fans, everyone that's behind the scene that we don't see, equipment guys, operation guys, everyone on game day operation, everyone is amazing here. And that's all sign of a huge club. So I have no doubt that we'll see this club in professional level in a few years, and we have to start building it now to be ready for when it comes.
And obviously your first year, just take me through how it was for you just playing in front of a crowd like this.
It was amazing. To be honest, I think that's my first motivation. That's the reason why I want to play soccer. Outside of money, outside of fame, outside of everything, playing in front of the crowd and offer. When you're a kid, you go to the stadium and you see them play. You want to be that guy, and be able to enjoy people doing our passion is amazing. To be honest, so I would say that my number one motivation to jump on the field and to have them here and even away is amazing.
And you guys were just that close from clinching that playoffs. I'm sure there's got to be some sort of burn for next year.
It all comes down to details. We can redo the whole season and be like, oh, if we would have tied this game or win this game, we would have changed everything. But it's easy to say now. Now we learn. We got to take it to the next level for next season. Every game is important. Next, game by game, and then that's professional. Professional comes down to details and gotta be aware. Not totally.